Hello everyone, I am Randy Suarez, aka Silva today, back here with another amazing reaction. This time we're back with some more CJ the Champ. 2003 General Grievous was the devil. And that's in all caps, by the way. And he's not gonna lie, as y'all saw from my Shaman video that I literally reacted to, General Grievous, like, was literally a menace. A clanker menace. Like, someone had to put a stop to this man. Or bot. Or whatever this clanker is. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. And if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to CJ the Champ. I will leave the original link to this video down below, so watch it uninterrupted. Also link to the CJ the Champ Reaction playlist. I will leave that link down below as well. Also link to the Discord. Come join us to the Crow's Nest. Talk amongst yourself. Have a jolly good time. Also link to the Cashapp. Feel gracious enough to donate. Whatever you want to donate is fine. Don't. It's fine as well. Same thing as super thanks. But by donating, like, comment, subscribe, sharing all the good stuff. However you show your support, let me know you rock with the reaction content, rock with the channel, and rock with your boy. But further ado, buckle up and let's get started. Alright, we here with some more CJ the Champ. You already know the title of the video. 2003 General Grievous was the devil. Again, all caps, by the way, and it's because it's true. But anyway, here we go.
Shut your clanker ass up, B1.
I got this.
Poor Shaggy.
Had
to go. He had to go.
You're not regular, man.
Come here, boy!
Nigga's the devil, man.
Forbidden Files.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new series.
And here's the thing: it's like he is literally hurting his part of not because he was somebody, then became a clanker. He has to do all this.
The channel, The Forbidden Files. Now let me quickly explain to y'all what this is. These are not trials. These are files and cases for characters that quite honestly don't even need a trial. This is the new tier called the
point that you got Batman on here, Doom, Joker. We gotta go through this list right quick that he just did. Let's start. You got Doom, not Doom, but Doomsday, Darkseid, Joker.
These are files and cases for characters that quite honestly don't even need a trial. This is,
of course, Reverse Flash, obviously.
The new tier called
Batman, Doom, Dr. Victor Von Doom.
Forbidden tier. And
Black
it is
Suit
strictly
Spider-Man.
reserved for legends of the game. And we're starting this series off with a character that was so disgustingly broken, he had to get nerfed. And that is none of...
Yes, he had to get nerfed in the live action. That's how bad that was.
Than 2003 General Grievous. This nigga Grievous in 03 was the devil in animated form. Niggas talk about 03 Grievous like niggas talk about Vaughn. Like, this dude was a Jedi killing machine that was non-force sensitive, by the way. Like, for real, deadass, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself, on feet by himself. The nigga straight...
Figuratively and literally on feet. This man was using his feet.
Had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning right now before we even start. If you have only seen Grievous from Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars and have never seen this man in the 2D version, then woo, you're in for a ride. So let's not waste no more time. Without further ado. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Case 1. Sliming out multiple Jedi at once.
Yes.
Now, this right here was Grievous's first appearance in any type of Star Wars media. And man, I'll tell you, boy, this on record has to be one of the craziest character debuts.
When it comes to Star Wars in there's certain characters I will gladly say in real life back away from. Grievous is one of them, and Star Killer. No, I am good. I will gladly fight Darth Vader than these two.
Of all time. So this is how this went down. While Anakin and Obi-Wan was finishing up a mission on this one planet, they get hailed from this one Jedi Master. And this man is fighting for his life and panicking. Bro was on the line like, General Kenobi, we need immediate evac. This new droid jet And the next thing that you see when they swap to that planet is this man falling over and dying, and Grievous stomping the communicator in the ground. The first time you ever catch a glimpse of this demon is him booming a Jedi Master. Not just a regular Jedi Knight, a whole-ass Master. That is fucking horrifying. Now let's continue. The other Jedi that are with the Master that just got boomed are being completely surrounded by an army of droids. So while they had them completely surrounded at this abandoned ship, Grievous makes them cease fire. And after he made all the droids stop shooting, this man got on the mic and said, "Attention Jedi scum! You are surrounded by the glorious Separatist army! Now I could have my character switch tease you right now!"
The messed up thing is knowing the fact that fine shit got Swiss cheese in Order 66 is a damn shame.
But where will be the fun in that? So I, General Grievous, will personally come in there and slam you niggas out myself. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, her.
Boom, Jedi. So after Grievous drops the mic and proclaims that he's gonna slime out the Jedi himself, they all start taking position and getting prepared for this nigga. Because Grievous is walking towards them right now. And let me say this real quick. The Jedi in here are no pushovers. Especially these three. Longhead ass Kiadi Mundi, who is a member of the Jedi Council. Shaak Ti, who was a pain in the ass to fight in the foursome.
True. But she's still fine shit, so...
And Ayla Secura, the alien shorty that took like 10,000 backshots from clones in Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Like, these are known Jedi Masters. And the fact that this man Grievous had this long head ass motherfucker sweating bullets is insane. So while Grievous was approaching them, all they could hear was his footsteps echoing around the wreckage. They couldn't tell where this dude was at all. So this is where the insanity begins. This poor Padawan that looks like Shaggy, and believe it or not, his
It is him. It is.
name is actually Shaggy. Not gonna lie, when I first watched this, I was like, why does this dude look like Shaggy? And boy, oh boy, come to find out, this actually is a Jedi version of Shaggy. Like, that is just hilarious to me, bro. But anyways, while Grievous's footsteps got louder and louder, Shaggy, being the same scary-ass nigga in Star Wars as well, ended up losing his composure. So he runs outside just to get squashed by this nigga Grievous.
I just to warn y'all a little bit, this Grievous, it can be very disrespectful. He didn't need to, but
R.I.P. Shaggy. That is one of the most insane deaths I've ever seen. This nigga Grievous jumped from the top rope and squashed him. Knocked the sonic rings out that nigga. If you pay attention very closely, his entire body disappeared. That means the impact of that fall was so hard, his carcass was squished into the ground. His body was literally unrecoverable. So after Grievous squashed Shaggy, he starts towering over all the Jedi and laughing at their asses. Then shows them his 10-foot mechanical body and then just disappears. These niggas were shook.
Dude, I will be shook too. Again, Grievous, I don't want no part of. Like, literally no. Hell the hell no.
Because this just turned into a survival horror. Grievous really started playing Dead by Daylight with these niggas, just toying with them while he was ready to hunt them down one by one. So while they were moving back with their backs against each other, you see this nigga appear out of the shadows like Batman hanging from the roof. Dude is literally looking over them, stalking his prey. So Grievous finally decided he was ready to get active. He jumps from the roof and starts going to town on these niggas, fighting the whole 1v5 and enjoying every second of it. And dude, this man is a literal cheat code. He can turn his body into a Beyblade. This is the most unfair shit I've ever seen. Like, for real, how the hell are you supposed to fight a 10-foot cyborg that can move his body like a Beyblade? Oh, and
you don't. You run. As best way as you can, you run. Because I ain't dealing with this crap. No.
guess what? That's not all he can do, because this is about to get even more insane. He started breakdancing on their asses.
Yep, breakdancing lifesaver.
No way in hell a 10-foot cyborg should be moving like this.
For real.
No twin, nuh-uh. I'll be for real, bro. If I saw this shit, I'll put the saber down, bro. I wholeheartedly understand why George Lucas nerfed this nigga. So
For
as
real.
the fight continued, long-head-ass Ki-Adi-Mundi tried to force push, bro, but Grievous dodged it and landed on the side of the roof. So this is when Grievous decided to start singling them out. He jumps back in and hits the ground so hard he made a smoke screen. So this wildebeest-looking nigga decided to go in and try to fight him one-on-one, but Grievous pulls off a crazy move. He blocks his attack, and when old boy tried to swing at him again, he dropped his saber, cut him across the middle with his green one, then just slapped this nigga with his other one. Bro boomed that musty-ass wildebeest immediately when he was 1v1 with him. So after the wildebeest Yeti hybrid got boomed, Shang-Chi decides to throw a bunch of scrap at him. But Grievous ends up cutting through all of it. Then this one Jedi tries to pull up on him. I'ma refer to him as Yeet because the nigga got a turban on his head. Grievous grabs his elongated head with his grippers and slams bro's head to the ground, breaking his neck on impact. Bro didn't stand a chance. He didn't even get to swing the saber. His last seconds of life was him getting his face gripped by this man's foot, then eating dirt right after that. But old boy wasn't the only person to get his face gripped, because after Grievous boomed him, Ayla came in trying to swing, but Grievous gripped her face mid-air, then swung both of their bodies across the map with his feet. That has got to be one of the most insane
and very disrespectful. Very. This version of Grievous, I will fight the live action one. That's the far as I go when dealing with Grievous. This one, no.
ways to slime a nigga. Sending them flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Ki-Adi and Shakti. So Grievous ended up zoning them both out of their range. Then he drop kicks Ki-Adi's ass across the stage, taking him out of the fight. And this just left Grievous one-on-one with Shakti. And he was pushing her shit. She was panicking, barely holding on and blocking his strikes. So he ended up knocking the saber out of her hands. Then he comes in to swing on her, but Shakti barely blocks this with the force and gets sent flying into a pillar, and she is out of commission. So the last man standing was Ki-Adi-Mundi with his elongated dingling head.
Dingling head.
He grabbed Shakti's saber and picked it up with his foot. And he was staring at this nigga Ki-Adi left.
And this man is a hoarder of Jedi sabers, by the way. He will use any color. He doesn't matter.
At his ass like,
"You fool! With your elongated head, I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku."
So after Grievous finished taunting this man, he ends up pushing Ki-Adi and knocking the saber out of his hands immediately. And Grievous ends up going in for the kill. But at the last millisecond, Ki-Adi ends up getting bailed out by the clones. And the clones looked at that boy Grievous and said,
Rex and the boys.
Blast that half-breed clanker! So they start shooting at Grievous, and Grievous hits the dash, while the clones are blasting every single piece of ammo that they have at this man. So while they continue trying to shoot bro down, Grievous decides to drop in and starts to murder all of the clones in front of him. So after Grievous ended up mowing down the whole front line, a whole gunship ends up pulling up right in front of his face. And this is when Grievous finally decided to make a strategic retreat. So Grievous ends up hitting the dash again. That man is out of there. I know his 40-yard dash speed
In the
is
weirdest
fat.
way, this version of Grievous reminds me of a Bakugan. That's on crack. That is a menace.
As hell. And Ki-Adi and the clones end up retreating. So yeah, that right there was General Grievous's first ever appearance. So let's review this carnage that he caused. He crushed Shaggy into oblivion, put Wildebeest nigga up on a shirt, gripped Yeet with his feet, and broke his neck, and threw their asses across the ship with his feet, and damn near killing Shakti along with Ki-Adi-Mundi. Oh, and I forgot old boy at the beginning that got boomed on the communicator, along with his entire battalion. So yeah, this man packed up 4 Jedi, put Ayla and Shakti on a stretcher, and had Ki-Adi's ass rethinking life. This is one of the nastiest debuts a character has ever had to date. So yeah, and guess what? that was only case 1. We still got another case left. And boy, let me tell you, it gets even crazier. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to case 2, the siege on Coruscant. Now, what you're about to see are the events that basically open up episode 3. Even though this series is now considered Legends continuity, this is still kind of what basically happened. So how this went down. This evil-ass conniving nigga Palpatine sent this man Grievous to invade Coruscant and capture him. So the Separatists end up pulling up to Coruscant, and a massive battle just ensues. Now, before we get to Grievous, we gotta take a detour real quick, because this is one of the hardest moments in Star Wars history. This nigga Captain Fordo was popping off this battle. Nigga turned into
the point that he actually had to play the Doom Guy song.
The Doomslayer. Just look at this shit. Him and his squad are being overran, but he didn't care. Bro, boomed the battle droid in front, turned around, smacked this nigga, dumped the clip in his ass, then he throws his gun at this droid, blows his head off, then picked up his blaster in his left hand and started mowing these niggas down. Like, nah, bro. You know this man was top of the leaderboard in every single Battlefront lobby. Bro just dropped off 20 droids in the span of 20 seconds. So while the battle continued and Captain Fordo was running up the scoreboard, we see this nigga Palpatine watching the battle and sipping tea, not giving a care in the
because
world.
he's the one who caused it.
Man doesn't care at all what is happening right now. He's just looking at all this shit like
carnage.
I orchestrated all this shit. I don't give a damn what's happening, nigga. So while Palpatine was enjoying his tea, Shock T, a bunch of troopers and 2 Jedi end up pulling up with her. And they're trying to get this man Palpatine to safety. But Palpatine was just stalling and acting like, oh, Master Shock T, greetings. Would you like to enjoy some tea with me while I watch the battle?
And this is one thing I'll probably give Palpatine this. He's a master manipulator. He gaslit freaking Anakin.
And she like, no, old ass nigga, I'm trying to get your ass to safety. But while they continued to stay in this room, they started hearing footsteps around the room. And when they started getting louder, Shock T knew immediately who this was.
Get down, Mr. President!
Hi, how are you?
So he breaks in the window, letting himself right in the room. And look at this mechanical, lanky-ass nigga ore farming. Bro really had to hit a whole JoJo's pose before he started dropping.
Yes, sir.
So this nigga Grievous looking at Palpatine like,
Greetings, Master. I've come to pick you up.
Shut the fuck up, you mechanical Nimrod. They're not supposed to know that shit till the 3rd movie.
I'm sorry, Lucius.
Now capture me and make it look believable. So Grievous tries to grab him, but Shock T pulls him away. And they end up taking Palpatine, and Grievous is surrounded by about 20 clones. But bro didn't care that he was surrounded at all. Dude was actually ecstatic, because now he can let loose and kill some niggas.
Yes,
so
sir!
the clones start firing, and Grievous jumps up, and immediately starts mowing every clone in that room down. Look at what he does to this one dude. He grabs him and plants him on the wall, then just slices him down the middle. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this next guy got done dirty even worse. Grievous slices bro's gun in half. Then he grabs him by the leg with his own leg.
Yes!
Throws him out the window. Nah, bro, that's one of the worst ways to ever go out. Bro grabbed his leg with his own leg
and just yeeted him out the window.
And he's gonna fall for like 100 floors before he goes splat. Oh, man, rip that guy, bro.
For real.
But as he continued to murder everybody in this room, make this clone look up to the sky to see God, we get to one of the nastiest kills of all time. Grievous grabs this one clone by his face with his grippers, then slams him into the wall.
Yeah, he going. CTE ain't. See, even with CTE, you gone. God damn, this man was a menace.
Oh, dear God, that might be worse than the guy that fell 100 floors. If you look to the right, you can see the horror on this one clone's face. You don't even see his face, but you can tell just by the look. If I saw one of my homies get slimed like that, I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, just put the gun down and accept your fate, or just run. Those are your only options. Look what happens to this royal guard. Bro grabs him with his grippers, starts using him as a body shield, then slams his body on the ground. These clones are having some of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because this is just getting ridiculous. So Grievous just continued to murder everyone in that room. Those clones stood zero chance against this man. They were literally used as meat shields so Shaak Ti and them could get away. So while they was waiting by the elevator, all they could hear were just the screams of everybody getting murdered in there. Look at this one Jedi. He is spamming the button trying to get the elevator to...
Bro, I would have been spamming that button too. I can't blame him, man. I ain't fighting this version of Grievous, man. Oh, no.
Because dude is horrified of what he's hearing in there. So when the screams stopped, they knew the head start that they got was over. Grievous busts through the door on all fours, running at them like a rabid dog, while dodging multiple force pushes. So Shaak Ti ends up finally hitting them, buying them some time to get in the elevator, but that didn't put Grievous down at all. So later on after they escape, they're all taking this high-speed elevator down to the ground. So they thought they were safe. They thought they had time to breathe, but that lasted for a whopping 10 seconds. They look to the right, and this nigga Grievous is running down the building.
That is terrifying! Bro is speed dashing with the elevator, keeping up. That is terrifying.
He is running down a building, keeping up with a high-speed elevator. Like, no, bro, no, man. This has got to be another reason why George Lucas nerfed this, man, because this is ridiculous. So this one clone said, nah, twin, fuck this shit. He just decides to shoot a rocket launcher at me. And I'm not gonna lie, was that warranted? Yes! I mean, they gotta try something to stop this man. So when they finally reach the ground floor, they are surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just drops from the building right in front of them. So Mr. Manslug nigga decides to use a force howl, but Grievous was prepared this time. He uses those damn grippers, digs in the ground, and starts moving through the house. He was trying every trick in the book. And
y'all see why I mentioned he reminds me too much of a Bakugan? This is why. This is why. Doesn't this look like a freaking Bakugan?
At all. So they just decided to run. There was no point in fighting them. So while they was on the run, Grievous's Magna Guards end up killing the final two clones. So the only ones that were left standing protecting Palpatine were Shaak Ti and the other two Jedi. So they were having to run for their lives through the city while Grievous and his Magna Guards were chasing them. And this whole chase was just insane. They went from fighting on a ship to Grievous just destroying it, making it crash in the middle of the city. Then they ended up fighting in a subway station. And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought they were safe behind this train, this man pops up right behind them. Jump.
No. That is scary. That is scary.
And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought they were safe behind this train, this man pop.
Oh. This man's literally like a clanker Baba Yaga. Oh no. Oh yeah. Yeah, no.
Up right behind him. Jump scare of doom. So he starts walking them down and pushing them back. Then kicks both of the two Jedi to the side. So he ends up walking up to Shaak Ti and telling her,
Salutations, Jedi scum! You may have escaped from me before, but today you will be slimed!
But Shaak Ti ends up pulling off a 10,000 IQ big brain play. She used the Force to wrap this man's cape around the train. So when the train was ready to go, Grievous just gets yoinked.
Damn!
And this finally brought them some time to escape from this man. So about a good 20 minutes passed, and they think that they finally shaken Grievous. Shaak Ti ended up splitting up from him, and the other two Jedi ended up taking Palpatine to his bunker so he could be safe. So when they got in there and locked all the doors, they thought that they were in the clear, but they were soon about to realize not even getting yoinked by a high-speed train would stop this nigga.
Bro.
Grievous was waiting for them in that room the entire time. So he drops down and starts fighting the other two Jedi. And while he was doing that, look at this evil, conniving motherfucker going back like, good, Grievous, good. Slime those niggas, Grievous. Put them on a shit. So while Grievous continued to fight them, they end up getting stuck in a lightsaber clash. And this is when Grievous finally revealed his trump card. The thing that he's most famous for. He pulls out the other two arms and starts using all four of them holes.
Yep.
And when he was using all four of his arms, they stood no chance. Grievous cuts both of them down in a heartbeat.
Game over. Game over.
And it was game over for both them. So Grievous finds Palpatine, and he looking at him like,
Aha! I've done it, Lord Sidious. Are you impressed?
about fucking time, you half-breed clank. Now get me on the ship and let's fucking go. Okay, on a real note, Grievous actually never knew that Palpatine was Sidious. That is still hilarious to how oblivious he was.
To be honest, everyone was oblivious besides, you know, until it was revealed by you know, by freaking Mindu and Mundu and Anakin, because he switched sides, and yeah. But still, though, people were very much so oblivious in that. I'm surprised.
To him. But anyways, Shakti finally ends up making it to the room, but she's too late. She sees the other two Jedi dead, and Grievous holding up Palpatine, and Palpatine looking at her like, oh, hello, Shakti, dear. I'm having a little trouble here. Can you please help me? So Shakti runs at Grievous, but he hits her saber to the side and just chokes her. So he takes her saber, adds it to his collection, then decides to give Shakti some actual shock. He just electrocutes the hell out of her and just ties her up and leaves her there. So Grievous ends up taking Palpatine to his ship. But before he was about to leave, my goat, Mace motherfucking Windu, nigga, came down and looked at Grievous like, you a fake demon twin, and crushes this man's sternum. Look how he had this man Grievous leaning back. Lord have mercy. And this is the incident in this continuity that gave him that iconic cough. So after the ship take...
Oh, it was Mace Windu's fault for giving him that cough. You know what? It's Mace Windu, man.
Off and Grievous escapes, Revenge of the Sith starts. But yeah, that's basically the end of Case 2. So let's look at our final Carnage report for Case 2. This man launched a full invasion on Coruscant, broke into the Chancellor's room and slimed like 20 clones in the most brutal way fashion, then decided to chase the Jedi throughout the whole city, then kill 2 of them and knock out Shakti for a second time. This is some of the most wicked work of all time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of our first ever Forbidden File. I hope everybody can clearly see and understand why this demon got nerfed. Because if he was moving like this in Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars, then dear God, the Republic would have been cooked. So yeah,
From
2003 General Grievous, that nigga had to go, just straight up. So with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Let me know if y'all want any more Forbidden Files, because I have a whole list of these. And also make sure to follow the other socials, because that is where I'll tell y'all what all the future videos will be. And until next time.
Quiet. Hey man, he had to go. He had to go. Dude was unnecessarily a menace. All to oppress Palpatine. Oh man. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did, and yeah, he had to go. But anyway, if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to CJ DaChamp. I will leave the original link to this video down below, so go out and interrupt. Until next time, please take care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay safe, stay warm, peace out.
And little questions is everything they know about you.